Hi, we are back again. Finally. I hope she becomes back easily. She always struggled. Is she back? Where is CB? I can't seem to see CB.
Yeah, she's in. She's in.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's a powerful woman. Believe me.
Ah, that's good. Ah, we are back. Nearly everyone is back.
Yes.
That's lovely. I like it. Yeah, let's give it a chance to actually say whatever she wanted to say. This is the important part because we said it's about trauma and how to cope. So this is where we're getting all the message now. Hi, CB. Unmute yourself, please.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah, you can take it away.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, this therapy focuses on negative thoughts. So we have got this problem, COVID, right? And it's around us. And what psychologically it says that it's not about the problem that is the challenge, what we are facing, but it is the time we spend on the worries, continuing spending time thinking about that. I think the previous speaker mentioned the same similar thing. And this way we drain ourselves because we are dealing with something which is beyond our control, something which we can't change. So there's things which we can, ways which we can identify the negative thoughts. Like, for example, when you look at the triggers I mentioned in the beginning, what if this happens? What if this happens? All those triggers start with the word what if. And when we look at that word, what if, it's about the future. And we've got no control about what is going to happen in the future. Like the previous speaker mentioned that it causes anxiety. So that's how our anxiety levels can just escalate. So the fact that it's beyond our control, it's called hypothetical. So if something is hypothetical, it's beyond our control, we can't do anything about it, it's better to just delete it. So another way of coping with our anxiety is to maybe keep a notepad, a notebook, where we jot these thoughts. If we can list them down, like most of the time we notice that people start getting worried when they're in bed, when they're trying to sleep. That's when these thoughts start flooding in. So it's better to keep a notepad next to our bed. We jot these thoughts, write them down. If you still got time before you doze off, try to look at one by one and ask yourself, is this beyond my control? Can I do something about this thought? If it's beyond our control, we put a line across it and put an H at the end, standing for hypothetical. There's nothing we can do about that thought. So next time it pops in our head, we can identify it straight away. We know this thought is negative, so we won't spend time on it. Because if it's beyond our control, it means the only thing we're going to get is low mood. We will feel down. We will feel anxious. So there's no need to spend time on those thoughts. Then when we reduce the time we spend on these thoughts, we'll find that our mood changes. We stay positive. Like I say, the CBT is all about the here and now. We are not talking about what will happen in the future. And also, it's a good thing also to create what I call a mental first aid kit. That way, it helps us to have that page, the to go to page. So we keep a notepad where we write these things which we need when the anxieties, thoughts start popping in. Because We can try to even write down somebody we can confide in, somebody we can call, somebody who is always positive, who is somebody who makes our spirits up, somebody who comforts us, somebody who makes us see life in a different way. Sometimes it could be a religious person. And just like what the Bible says, happy are those who are conscious of their spiritual needs. When we realize that we need something spiritual, we identify it, we call somebody who is religious, we share maybe favorite Bible verses, it will help our anxiety, it will reduce our anxiety. And that way we'll be able to sleep in a better mood, and we'll be able to do things in a different way. So if we write a network of friends on that page, which are those, who are those people, their phones, so that when we, maybe we're coming from work, we're so anxious, we're the bed shift, and we just go straight on our notebook, go to those people, call them and talk to them. Also, like the previous speaker mentioned about keeping ourselves busy, because we will, if when we identify the negative thoughts, when we stand up and think, no, I don't want to think about the negative thoughts, I'm going to go for a walk, I'm going to start cleaning the house, I'll bake a cake, or even just put music, your favorite music, put your favorite music, start dancing, singing. That way you are distracting those negative thoughts, and you're spending more time doing things which make you happy, make you feel good about yourself. Just taking a walk maybe for 30 minutes, an hour, it makes all the difference. It makes all the difference, because when you are doing an activity, you release the feel good hormones. You are able to feel you've achieved something. Um, and also, like the previous speaker was mentioning about doing things for other people, it's a way of distracting those negative thoughts as well. Let's say maybe we're getting ready for work and we start thinking about, oh, I'm going back to that ward, oh, it's full of people with COVID, and those thoughts start flooding. If we just try to distract ourselves and think, what can I do for other people? Maybe there's in the street, in the neighborhood, or even a relative we know who is lonely, who is grieving. Make a call, maybe on our way to work, just talk to somebody. Because now what we're doing, we're shifting the focus on ourselves. We're thinking about other people. Because even the Bible says that it, Acts 20 verse 35, there's more happiness in giving than is in receiving. And also psychologically, it's been proven that people who do charity are always happy because they achieve and do things for other people. So as a conclusion, I'll say it's a good thing if we find what works for each person. What works for me might not work for the other person. So we can always work around that first aid kit. Maybe what works for somebody is having Bible verses. What works for somebody is music. What works for somebody is maybe attending church, calling to somebody and having a chat. That's fine. And also remember what I said about the two words, what if, that they are beyond our control. These are negative, they are hypothetical. So it's good thing any thought which starts with that word to straight away delete it, replace it with something positive, things we love doing, things which make us feel good. And like I said, the brain was created to detect threats. So negative thoughts are part of our life. But the important thing is, what do you do with those negative thoughts? Do you allow them? Do you open the door for them? Do you give them time? Do you spend time ruminating on these negative thoughts, or you replace them straight away, or you delete them? So we are the managers of our mood. We can be able to control our mood to stay at that 30%. Otherwise, if we don't, it will start piling up to the point where we feel hopeless we feel so overwhelmed, because negative thoughts can just multiply so fast that that's where you find people wanting to give up their lives. They just think, what's the use of living? Everything is just negative around me. There is also a website called Northumberland CBT Self-Help Booklet. If you check on the internet, it's got loads of books which explain about CBT and how our day-to-day life. And for those who are religious, we can also go on a website called jw.org, and you just search on the button and put anxiety or trauma. It will bring up a lot of information which we can use at home during this isolation, using our own Bibles at home. And if you want to put pandemics as well, it will bring up a lot of literature covering those topics on trauma, pandemics, anxiety, depression. And if anybody feels they want to have a one-to-one, I'm available, and you can get my details from the host, and I'll be happy to have a chat with anybody where we can look at what are the best coping skills we can use as individuals. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you so much, my sister CB. I can safely say CB is actually my personal therapist. The amount of times I go to her and I speak for hours and hours with CB. So yeah, I'm good.
You are breaching the contract. Don't put her into trouble.
So yeah.
Yeah.
You want to say something? You haven't said anything at all.
Well, because I'm listening. Today I've come in as a listener. But I want to appreciate what CB has done. Her presentation is full of words of encouragement, words of healing, and words of hope. Because if I were to be your client, I would come up with something helpful, and then I might refocus my thoughts into being positive. So thank you very much, CB, for that.
Stephen, can you let Charity in, please, on the thing?
Oh, okay.
Right. Margaret, are you finished already?
Yeah, I was just appreciating, is it CB?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I was saying, you put us into trouble if you tell us that you are one of my personal therapists, because this is public information. We don't know where it ends. So you have done it by mistake. We need to protect.
She's community.
Yes, we need to protect CB as well.
No, it's just a joke. She's not even my personal
Okay.
therapist.
All right, thank you.
It's just a joke.
Okay, that's fine. It's unfortunate I'm not able to show my face. I don't know what button I pressed, so it has covered me.
Oh.
Yeah, you had said you are doing something in the community. That's what I was interested in when I asked you to speak.
Me, it's in any initiative which is equally as being mindful me. It's a project that helps the BME people not to shun away medical treatment regarding mental health. But it's not only shunning away. There are a lot of things which happen that would trigger mental health, or what people suffering from mental health are going through at that time, but they need support. So we don't have a specific thing to say we deal with those with trauma, or we are dealing with anybody whose well-being is not that good. We support so that they find a path. I'm a person-centered counselor. And what else would you like to know? I work with charity we always complement each other.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well, good thing you said you work with charity, so that, because I was just thinking, if I need your help, if I need you some other time, where am I gonna get you? But now that you've said you work with charity, I can always ask charity for your contact details.
Yes. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mavis.
Thank you so much. Does anyone want to make any comment, add, subtract, or do whatever? Anyone?
Thank you, Margaret. It's quite encouraging to hear the work you're doing, and all the speakers. I really appreciate everything what you said, and I'll be in touch.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the learning
Thank you.
disability and what
Yes.
Steve is doing, and the
Mhm.
mindfulness. It's quite interesting.
Mhm.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
now you have met them all, CB. Don't come to me asking for their numbers. There they are. You can
Yes.
Network.
I think it's
Yes,
quite encouraging for, sorry, Sibi, you can continue.
No, I finished, love.
Okay. Now, as I say, it's good to come together and to talk. And I was very encouraged. There are some of you who I'm going to contact for some specific things that I really want to know about, because yeah, I was really encouraged, especially with the men. I don't have a man, but because we don't have groups that supports men in our communities, it's quite interesting to be journeying alongside together and to work. I am an integrative counselor. I am also a mediator and a speaker. I integrate, so I integrate CBT, I integrate CBT, I integrate person-centered, Gestalt, psychodynamic, all those therapies that come into place. But what we are offering ourselves is not therapy as in therapeutic as counseling. So I leave that to you, CB and Margaret. We are
Okay.
we are doing therapeutic support, which provides an environment and a space for people to peer support, to share stories, and to feel their support. If they want counseling, is something that will come as well. But we are providing that space where a person can come in and share their story. So we are looking for people who are interested in opening up and sharing their story, making them vulnerable, but there is so much power in putting your story out there. So that's what we are trying to provide.
Thank you so much, my sister Charity. I always love people in our community who are doing these counseling services, talking therapies, and what have you, because most of our mental health workshops will not work if we don't have these professionals amongst us. And it's also good. I feel very proud that we actually have these professionals from our own Bame community who also understand our challenges and our issues, because of where we come from. We share the same background and that sort of thing. So when we come to you and we explain about our challenges, about our problems, you do understand what we are talking about. You do realize, no, we are not mad, but actually it's something that we are going through. So thank you very much to our therapists.
Margaret wants to say something, I think. You're muted though.
Margaret, how do you see Margaret wants to say something? I can't even
Yeah,
see.
the hand up.
Because if you go to chat, you can see everyone.
Right, yeah. Okay, I can see two raised hands there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as men also do matter too. I would like to say, how do we get in touch with you? Because very soon, in a few weeks' time, we will be having a session. So it will be lovely to have you, all those therapists, counselors, to come to this meeting and for our to support our sessions. How do we get in touch? Our number. I've just put our telephone number. You can drop me a line of how we can get in touch with you, because we definitely need you.
Yes, let's make our contact point because I'm now on my phone. I don't use my phone. Normally I use my computer. So if we can make Mavis our contact point.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have all the numbers, and these are not the only ones I know. I have a pool of and
Conversation.
for me, it depends on what workshop I want to do, and I know the one to invite for this one, the one for this one, the one for this one. So if you do want any therapist, just approach me. I've got a pool of them, and I'll just give them to you. Yeah.
But I wanted to talk to you. Give me her contact details for group for men, because
on this panel, I have all the numbers for all the people in this panel.
So if you can share them, and also the recording. Stephen.
The recording, Stephen will have it.
That will be done. Normally, I'm going to send it to our Cyclopedia Mavis so that each and every one of us can get it.
Yes.
You can put it on the group.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Stephen, what are your last words to conclude the thing?
On behalf of Field Extension Mission Trust, I would like to thank all of you who took our time to actually participate in this event of trauma relief and to share your various experiences as various groups that are helping our community. I wish to appreciate all your contributions and to actually plead that we share knowledge, we continue to share knowledge and our experiences as we go forth to fight this pandemic, and to make sure we, as we strive to better the Bame community to be among those communities that are actually working best and succeeding, in their various endeavors. I do appreciate all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Stevie.
Sorry, Stevie, I missed your lesson.
I'll
listen it on the recording.
Yes, and again, I will not end without thanking our funders, the community lottery, and the government, UK government, for actually giving us this leverage to reach out to help the vulnerable. So I thank them very much for giving us this opportunity, and all our volunteers that are actually out there helping, who are not here today. We reach out to them also to give them a word of thanks, and all the support, our coaches, the Dream Blazers, all the things, and of course Mavis, our team manager, our project manager, who is not letting us sleep, pushing us behind, and all of you sharing knowledge. So I thank all of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. Bye.
We are going to have an event, so maybe will give me your contact on the 13th.
I have all the contacts. Just
on
come
the 13th
of
Saturday. It's a Saturday the 13th. So please diarize that date from 3 or 4. I don't remember. Maybe from 3, I think.
3.
Yeah, please. Maybe she will be talking in our April. We want to invite you to talk in our April event.
I don't know about I don't know about that. Yeah. If
we will talk when we have a date.
All right, so on the 14th we are actually having our Women of Substance event in collision with the Mother's Day. So that's our next event that we are having on the 14th of February. So 14th of March. So we meet again, guys.
So we meet again. You come to the 13th, we come to the 14th.
That's fine. That's all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks, Donna, for coming and supporting us as well. She's one
Yes,
of my
thank you
volunteers.
everyone for joining.
Thank you, Donna.
Welcome.